What is going on, everybody? Depraved Slash here. We are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are
HellaDepraved.
And apparently gonna be hella sad.
Apparently. Well, I mean, at least emotional. And it's based on a true story.
I did see that on Twitter today.
But we do normally enjoy this kind of track.
I mean, well, if Crypt's gonna be like every album he puts out, the first video he puts out is gonna be the saddest song on the album.
Right.
I'm here for it. I love when that's like the lead off.
Okay. Right.
Song that's put out.
Go with the most emotional roller coastery song first.
Right.
Okay. All right. I can live with that.
Because I don't know if you guys remember on the last album, it was "I'm Not Okay."
Right.
Which was fantastic.
Great song. Yeah.
Great song. I'm super stoked for this. I feel like Crypt is going to... I'm trying to think of what exactly I was trying to say here.
He's going to kill it. I mean...
Last night, he was extremely tired when trying to upload this.
Right. We were there.
And we were super awake.
We did see him close down at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right. He's like, I'm fucking done!
Yeah. He was giving out kisses at the end. I feel like he was kind of delirious.
So we stopped to record the first... we stopped to record the first video to...
We took a break from watching his live.
The cipher.
To record it, yeah.
That had come out. Because it ended up being an hour long, so we took a little smoke break, and I turned back on my phone, and he was still live, but it was like right at the end when he was giving out kissy faces.
Right.
I'm like, I came back at the wrong time.
Yeah. We weren't sure what happened
or the
before,
right time.
You know, we're just not sure.
Could have been.
But he looked delirious, yeah. So.
But no, so we're super stoked for this. This is called Bad Friend. I don't know what the song is about.
Right.
Like I said, I've tried to avoid Twitter this weekend in general.
Right.
Because we don't want things ruined for us.
There's just been so much that has dropped this weekend that it is, kind of have to avoid it because everyone's writing about everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And now we can join them. All right. So with that being said,
if we so choose.
If we so choose. With that being said, if you guys have not seen this or reacted to it as if you have, so please click the link in the description below. I took the most weird roundabout way to get to what I normally say. Click the link in the description below. Hop on over, watch the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. Let Crypt know we sent you, and then come on back. And we say that because we're going to be pausing to talk about the lyrics, pausing to talk about the video, pausing to go get tissues. I mean, we don't know. We don't know.
This is a commentary breakdown channel, so there will be pauses.
Right. And yeah, so after that, come on back. And we say that, well, we already did that.
Yes, come on back. So, having said that.
Yeah, having said that. Sorry, guys.
Now it's our turn to be tired.
Exactly. We are going to slash it up and break it down. This is Crypt with Bad Friend.
All right.
Let's get it.
2:30 in the morning and I get a text from my friend. She said, I need you right now, and I already knew what that meant. See, me and this girl, we think alike. Too many phone calls spent for me to know she's thinking about her life and how it's gonna end. See, on the outside, we're happy, and we show it to the world, and we put on this fake exterior so the truth won't unfurl. But I know who she is, cause it's like looking in a mirror. All these smiles and cries for help, and it couldn't be any clearer. So I pick up the phone and call her as she answers through her cries. She's hyperventilating, telling me that she wants to die. My heart starts to race and my thoughts begin to blur. We're 9 hours apart, but I'm seconds from losing her. I try to calm her down and tell her what she means to me. Even though we're new friends, she's seen a side that no one sees. Told her, listen to my breaths, I'm right here, please breathe. You got so much left to do, stay here, don't leave. The cries got even louder as the breaths got short. I told her, listen to my words as I fell down to the floor. Stay with me, I'm here, let it out, it's okay. Just cry till you can't cry, no more tears down your face. A couple minutes went by and the crying finally stopped. But not because she did, because the phone call dropped. I called her back quick, just hoping I'd hear hello. But I just kept getting met with the sounds of those dial tones. I froze. What do you do in that moment? Do you call the police, or do you hope that she's over it? Get a hold of her parents and tell them the situation, just so they can pull her from college and end her aspirations. Leave it alone and hope it was just an escapade. Pray from a text from her in the morning saying that she's okay. Call anyone you know just to make sure that she's alive. Ignore it completely and pray to God that she survived. I let it go.
Need a moment. We've been letting this motherfucker ride out.
Right. I mean, again, Crypt is an amazing storyteller. Regardless of the fact that this is true, he's an amazing storyteller.
We actually, Kat and I, had a kind of, and I use the word kind of loosely, similar situation not long ago with one of our friends who is live streaming.
Yeah.
And he's going through a nasty breakup.
A lot of stuff, actually, but yeah.
On top of other things, and he was popping pills like fucking candy during the stream, and I'm just like, dude, stop.
Right. Yeah, we were both on separate devices so that we could both chat with him. We weren't even able to talk to him over the phone. We were typing in the live stream. Yeah.
Right.
So,
I mean, thankfully he ended up being fine. But...
the next day. Yeah. We were a little worried there that we were not going to hear from him the next day, for sure. But it is, he points out that he's 9 hours away. Like, what do you do if...
You call the cops. That's what I'd do.
At that point.
Like, if I knew exactly where they were at...
But that's also part of the problem. Like, it sounds like in this story Crypt did, because he's talking about being able to call her family or friends located around her, the cops.
Well, so here's the problem. I understand all the risks that are involved with, like, if you do get a hold of somebody.
Right.
All the ramifications that could come with it.
Right.
But at the same time, like, at least me personally, I don't know how well I'd be able to take care of the guilt if something did happen and I didn't try to do anything.
Right. Other than talk to them. Yeah.
Right.
It's a tough call, especially when you're adults already. But also, I mean, he said that they're new friends in this, yada yada. I mean, our example is talking about somebody online that we met online, so we don't know exactly where they are.
Right.
And that makes it harder, especially with the use of avatars, stuff like that.
I wasn't necessarily talking about that situation. I was talking about if I was in this exact situation.
In this one. Yeah.
I would definitely call the cops.
Yeah. That, again.
Because at the very
really
least...
A wellness check. You could do a wellness check.
Right. So if you call the cops, right, they can swing by and make sure everything's okay. If everything's fine...
They'll leave.
Parents will probably not ever even hear about it.
Right, because they're an adult.
Right. And I mean, if they get if they get rushed to the hospital, I mean, their parents should know about it.
Right.
And I'm sure they would try and reach out to find somebody at that point.
True. It's a rough situation, though.
Right.
And it's a lot to take on. I mean, like, as a friend, you definitely want to, but it's a lot to try to manage with phone calls.
Right.
For both parties involved. Sorry.
Right. You and your weird pauses.
I know. Well, look.
Don't be like me. Be better than me.
I am better than you.
Okay.
Make sure that she's alive. Ignore it completely and pray to God that she survived. I let it go. She must have wanted to be alone. I guess that this was just another one of her episodes. She never told no one about this depression she dealt with. And who was I to air out her secrets? That would be selfish. So I lay down in my bed and I rested my head. Closed my eyes and drifted peacefully to sleep. Then I dreamt that I would see her tomorrow and I would speak to her then. Till I was woken to several missed calls and texts that she's dead. My heart broke. She downed a bottle of pills. She took them shortly after our call ended, and it felt surreal. She was a friend of many, a student athlete at her school, a daughter, a sister, a very special jewel. At the funeral, they told us that nobody had a clue that they could have saved her life, if only that they knew. And if someone at the funeral had ever felt depressed, to get some help so that your face won't ever end up in the press. There wasn't a dry face in the room, only 22 years old, an entire life in front of her, and now she's laying there cold. If only I'd called someone, we wouldn't be here now, and nobody would be sad, and I wouldn't feel like I let her down. But that's not what happened, cause instead of going to bed, I called every person I knew to check to make sure you weren't dead. I stayed up 7 hours praying every second of it, just hoping to get a text saying that you weren't heaven sent, but then I got it. You told me that I had no right, and blocked me on everything, and we ain't talked since that night. Was I a bad friend? Options? I had none. I guess I'd rather be a bad friend than a sad one.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, like, my debate before was over, like, which steps to take in terms of who to call. Honestly, though, like, at the point that Crypt was mentioning where he never got any calls back, like, it seems like he didn't even get calls back from the people he contacted to tell him what was going on.
Well,
at that point, I would have called everyone.
That's the twist. The story was all leading up to...
No. But I mean, like, so in reality, he did call everyone, right? But he's saying that he stayed up 7 hours calling everyone. So it seems to me that even the people that he originally called never called him back to say, hey, this is what's happening right now. So he ended up calling everyone. And then 7 hours later, he hears from her and she's like, yo, fuck you. And that's pretty much where I wouldn't be able to sleep. So... But my point earlier was just not in this situation where you can call friends and family and stuff like that, because you honestly don't know who their friends and family are, because some of the situations that we've dealt with recently have been people that are online friends in a live chat or whatnot, where we really legit don't know where they're at. So... Right. That makes it even harder, because then you're worried about them and there's not that much you can do. Right. So.
I don't know. I wonder if you could, like, tell somebody. Like, get a hold of the authorities and they'd be able to get online and track the IP to figure out where he's at.
I don't know. That's complicated, especially if they're no longer online.
Right. I don't know.
And I don't know if they'll do that based on just, hey.
Well, here's the thing. So in that situation, I'm sure if I called the cops, and I'm not saying had he logged off.
Right.
But, like, say something happens. He, like, gets dizzy, faints, falls over.
While live streaming.
I'm sure I'd be like, hey, dude was just live streaming. Dude fainted. I don't know where he's at.
Right. They might try to look into it. It's
right.
just more complicated, for sure.
I don't know.
Especially if they're not live streaming on their phone.
Right. And
they're using an avatar. I mean, things just get complex, but in this situation, I think he made the right call.
I do too. Anytime... I'm sorry, saving a friend's life, to me, supersedes the friendship itself.
I mean, if I'm only nodding like that because it's sad, and I have been not in a suicidal situation, but certainly in a situation where what I did was to save them, and it ended the friendship. You know, but they're still alive.
Right. And
mostly it wasn't like suicidal. It was just like...
It's one of those things you do and you hope later on that they'll be able to forgive you when they look back.
Right. Yeah, my friend was more of a, like, fearless factor. like didn't care if they lived or died, but it wasn't actual suicidal, just doing stupid shit. Not caring whatsoever. So, and that was a call to the parents. Actually, it was in person.
Right. Now, one of the things I will say, this song, which is ironic, because now we're about to bring up Quebec, which I'm sure Crypt is tired of hearing today. Okay, so Quedeca had a song come out last year called I Don't Care.
Right.
And this is like the exact opposite, it feels like.
Right.
Because in Quedeca's I Don't Care, it was a dude reaching out for help, and Quedeca was ignoring it until it was too late.
Right.
And
I think it wasn't in I Don't Care, like, it wasn't... It was what you're saying, but the guy was reaching out because he idolized Quedeca, but he hadn't actually sent him like suicidal texts or anything. It was trying for that connection.
No, if I remember correctly in the song, he was like, "Look, dude, I'm struggling. I need somebody to talk to." And Quedeca was just like, "I'm too busy for this shit." Like he didn't respond to him.
I thought that was until the very, very end.
He just ignored him, and then dude ended up taking his own life. And
I thought it was his friend that mentioned that he had been struggling and.
Well, it was his friend that mentioned it all, yeah. But the guy originally tried to reach out to him, and Quedeca didn't respond.
Yeah, but I don't remember him reaching out saying...
Well, I don't know if... they might not have gone into what he said.
Right.
But if he's reaching out, there's a reason.
Well, yeah. To talk to somebody that he idolizes, though, too.
Right.
I mean...
I don't know. I guess we look at that different then. It's fine.
It all depends on what the messages were, honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah, Crypt, man, you killed that. That's gonna go on a playlist. I really
The heavy
really
playlist.
like that song, and I'm so sorry that happened to you. But I will tell you now, I 100% believe you made the right choice.
Me too.
Regardless if she believes it or not. And hopefully one day when she does find happiness, she can look back and be like, he was right to do what he did, because things could have been way different.
And hopefully she's getting the help that she needs and is still here.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys like the video, slash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, comment down below. What did you think of Crypt's Bad Friend? Also, comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see reacted to. Check the description below for all the things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response.
With that being said, we love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Cannot wait to see you depraved people later. Peace.